superheroes.
Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the starship Enterprise. Its 5-year mission, to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no man has gone before.
Mego Maniacs, welcome to another edition of Mego Monday, a segment where I showcase my personal collection of Mego action figures. So we are still continuing in the Star Trek universe. This week we have Lieutenant Sulu and Mr. Chekov. So we'll start off with Lieutenant Hakura Sulu. We'll check the head sculpt. Sulu, played by George Takei. I think they did really a fantastic job on this head sculpt. I mean, it looks just like George Takei. We'll turn around. Got the classic yellow shirt. Has Lieutenant stripes on his shirt. Come up. He came with the phaser, the communicator, and the tricorder. Come up, classic cuffed pants and the boots. Turn around, and there's Mr. Sulu. Loved Lieutenant Sulu. I got to tell you, Gene Roddenberry was very forward-thinking when he created Star Trek. I mean, this was back in the 60s. But had a very diverse crew. I mean, Asians, African Americans, even had a Russian, Mr. Chekov, and this was at the height of the Cold War. So, you know, kudos to Gene Roddenberry for great forward thinking. Came up with some very iconic characters, but always loved Mr. Sulu. Looking back, I just don't recall George Takei being in very many movies. Maybe he was. Maybe I've missed something. I want to say he might have been on an episode of The Twilight Zone, but I'm not sure about that. But a great figure. I love having this guy in my collection. And just, it looks just like Sulu, even with the little piece of the part on his hair. But really a great figure. Love having him in my collection. Then we come to Mr. Pavel Chekov. And we'll take a look at the head sculpt. Now this one, I think it does look like Walter Koenig. He played Chekov. But I think out of all the head sculpts, I think his looks the least like the character that they portrayed him as. But we'll come up. He is missing the Federation insignia. But we'll come up. It's got the phaser. It's got the communicator. Also has a tricorder. Come up, the cuffed pants and boots. Turn them around. But yeah, this is a great character. Probably Chekov was my least favorite character in Star Trek. Nothing against him, just, you know, like I said, again, very forward thinking on Gene Roddenberry's part. I mean, we were at the height of the Cold War back in the 60s. And he had a Russian, as an officer. So that was kind of unheard of. But, cool character, really a great figure. I love having Chekov in my collection. And again, Walter Koenig, I can't really recall anything that he was in. Maybe some B movies, but I know Star Trek was, he got typecast. That was his big break, with Star Trek. But, yep, Walter Koenig, Mr. Pavel Chekov. But yeah, I love having this guy in my collection. I really love my Star Trek collection, guys. Brings back so many good memories from growing up, watching the TV show, and just love these guys. All right, guys, that's it for this week. Until next time, same Mego channel, same Mego time.